Did you know that Brad Pitt's complicated family history goes back a long way? This is the true reason behind his hatred of Angelina Jolie. Beyond the headlines, however, there's more. In addition to his split from Angelina Jolie, Pitt has heartache over his tense relationships with his 3 adopted children, Maddox, Pax, and Zahara. To understand why this split occurred, take into account the difference it sustains a relationship with his biological children, Shiloh and the twins, Knox and Vivienne, in addition to the deeper familial dynamics revealed by Zahara's recent public identification. How does this relate to the current custody story? Examine these fascinating aspects to learn more about the complexities of the difficulties faced by this well-known family. Please remember to subscribe to the channel before continuing. This is what drives us. Brad Pitt's close associates have voiced their deep sorrow about his split from his 3 adopted children. They blame his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, for what they see to be traditional parental alienation. Maddox, 22, Pax, 19, and Zahara, 18, are said to have cut ties with their adoptive father, according to a detention. Only his 3 biological children, Knox and Vivienne, twins who are 15 years old, and Shiloh, who is 18, remain in contact with him. During the weekend, Zahara attended a sorority admission ceremony at Atlanta's Spelman College. Rather than use her full legal name, she went by Zahara Jolie. Maddox and Zahara jolie-pitt, who studied in South Korea for his college degree, is said to have not spoken to Pitt since the 2016 incident on a private jet that signaled the end of Jolie-Pitt's marriage. Maddox is said to be openly antagonistic and to have said that he no longer views Brad as his father. On Tuesday, DailyMail.com revealed the discovery of a significant Pax's strong criticism of Pitt as a disgusting human being in an Instagram post, and said that despite his continuous displays of being a terrible and abhorrent person, you show no regard or concern for your 4 youngest children who shudder in terror in your presence. You will never realize the harm you have caused to my relatives, as you are unable to. Close associates of the ex-couple acknowledged the remarks made by the teenagers on Pax's private Instagram account, but they stressed that these were made more than 3 years ago. Some people contend that these remarks reveal the damaging messages that the couple's children have been exposed to. One person made the observation that sharing the Instagram photo is frustrating and depressing since, despite the negative remarks made about him, it does not help to improve the issue. Brad would always respect the children's opinions. He will never say anything bad about any of them, and he seldom ever talks about them in public. He would surely reply to them that. A buddy went on to say that within their group of friends, there is a perception that the post is a perfect example of parental alienation. This, after all, is a blatant example of parental alienation. Brad's team would rather avoid being forced into a protracted argument with her, even if they think she has been using these strategies for a while. She has been making damaging claims about him repeatedly, and the fact is that she has strained relations between the children and Dad. The truth is that Brad finds it really upsetting since he feels the same way about each of them. An insider close to Angelina Jolie's camp said Brad Pitt is only accountable for his circumstances. He won't allow Angelina to go on and heal their family, even though it is all she wants. Pitt's colleague said that the custody arrangement now only covers the 3 youngest children, 15-year-old Vivienne Knox and 17-year-old Shiloh. There is joint custody for these kids, a schedule that allows Jolie to spend more time with kids than Pitt. Reports show that Pitt spends more time with them on the weekends and has entire school breaks to himself. Jolie has stated that she would like to relocate, but her family must stay in the U.S. as Pitt has apparently decided to call this country home. Strong bond with Shiloh, who is passionate about dancing and has taken on the role of attempting to make amends with her elder siblings. Last year, during interviews for the movie Bullet Train, he thought back on his lovely daughter who had grown up and complimented her dance skills, jokingly referring to himself as Mr. Two Left Feet. He also conveyed his love and admiration for Zahara, praising her academic achievements. The video of Shiloh dancing captured our hearts. Yes, that girl is horrible. It causes tears to the eye. It's really lovely. I don't know where she got it from, but come on. I know myself too. Here on Mr. Two Left Feet, I recently noticed a slight shuffling, or maybe more accurately, a bouncing. Julie's friends noted that Zahara's actions throughout the weekend partially caught the family off stride, but they also highlighted the close relationship between Julie and her mother. One person said that it was a historic day for her. Zahara has been advising Angelina Jolie on her next fashion project, and she made it apparent that this was her decision. Last year, she went with Jolie on a lobbying trip to Washington, D.C., where she attended meetings with legislators and suggested changes to the legal system. Pax is also taking part in these events. He and his older brother Maddox worked with Angelina Jolie on the film Without Blood, which she directed in Europe earlier this year. According to People magazine, they were assigned assistant director roles, even though their names are on the credits on Amidst. Jolie also designed the company's logo through sketching. Jolanta said, "We work well together because, at its best, a film crew is like a close-knit family, so it comes naturally." According to a friend of Pitt's, the legal team is patient when it comes to custody. It's just frustrating that they keep focusing on the incorrect issues and that nothing has changed in that respect. The friend made further nasty remarks. Who has been dating jeweler Ines de Ramon for a year, claims to be succeeding in many areas of his life. He is excited about the Formula One movie, which is currently in production, and his film company, Plan B, is doing well. Although there are many good things in his life, not everything is perfect because of them. Familial circumstances. It's unquestionably really upsetting that he actually worries for the kids' welfare. His connection with Jolie has always included her children and his potential position as a stepfather. Their first encounter took place on the set of the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith, when he was still wed to Jennifer Aniston. During that time, he met Angelina Jolie's infant son Maddox, according to Hollywood insiders. Set disclosed that Jolie will stop by Pitt's trailer to deliver the word. Maddox would like to welcome you. In 2002, the 42-year-old Pitt became enthralled with the boy and his mother. After filming, Angelina Jolie started growing her family. In Cambodia, a tomb raider, even though her marriage to Billy Bob Thornton was already having problems, she stated that she wanted to adopt an orphaned Cambodian child. She later said that our marriage was failing before I adopted, and by the time Maddox arrived, Billy and I had split up amid the drama surrounding Brad's divorce in 2004. Jolie chose adoption as her path to parenthood in 2005 after spending time with Maddox in Central Park, where she seemed to be a loving and attentive mother. She told an interviewer that because she opted to have her own kid, if you loved the idea of having a biological child, would make you feel like there was a youngster in need of a home. Footage, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your time. See you shortly.